I remember making about a little bit under $500,000 profit when I think I just turned 20, just turned 21. And I was able to have some of the most fun times that I've honestly ever had. Been able to travel, stay in pretty nice hotels, Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis, Bulgari, fly first class, business class, do a lot of the things. But what I think a lot of people don't realize is that making a lot of money when you're young also has its downsides. And you might be watching this video being like, oh, Kekoa is about to bullshit me about, you know, being too righteous to make money or whatever it might be. But the reality is that when you make a lot of money young in a method or a business model that maybe a lot of your friends and even family don't understand, it can be quite lonely. I remember launching my business when I was still at Vanderbilt University. I was studying there, and this was like a social media marketing agency at the time. Um, did really well, and I was honestly more focused on my agency than I was with school at the time. Still got really good grades, etc. But there would be days when I wouldn't go out to party because I was working on the business. There would be days that I'd be, you know, skipping social activities because I was on a sales call, right? And a lot of the people that I was around kind of questioned that, and when this happens enough times and people continue to question you and question you and question you, you sometimes start to get in your head, and you try not to, right? I would try to not be in my head and, hey, Kekoa, you're on the right path, right? But a lot of the times you have this sliver of doubt that starts to creep in, and you're not sure if the route that you're taking is really the right path, right? So that was kind of what I started to experience in college. And then after college, I was traveling to a bunch of different countries. The majority of my friends my whole life have always been at least 2 or 3 years older. And what I found that after school, the people that I started hanging around were in their 30s and in their 40s. I'm 25 now, and I've always felt that I just align with people that are older because I felt more understood by people that are more mature, right? But when I launched Modern SDR, our sales training business, and everything that we're doing here, it was the first time like actually running a business. Like a lot of people you see online, they run a social media marketing agency, right? They're making 20K a month, right? But it's just them and maybe like one VA, right? But when we launched Modern SDR, it was me, 10 to 15 virtual assistants, right? These were people out in Philippines, out in Pakistan, out in India. We had sales team based in the US and in Europe, right? So we had 7 to 10 people there. We had a customer success manager, had an assistant that would help me with like travels and other things like that. We have an ops guy, like a stats person, and then a few managers for the sales reps. And it was there was so much fucking stress, like to put it nicely. Like it was really fucking hard, and it was so difficult because my parents were launching their own business, so that they were really busy, right? I just started dating someone long distance as well, so I was trying to like maintain that relationship. And then all my friends from school love them to death, but nobody had ran a business the size of what I was doing. And there was only like a few select people that I knew that had done kind of the things that I was embarking on. So it was really lonely. It was so lonely, you know? And I think a lot of the times, people give up on this path of entrepreneurship, this path of going down sales, this path of, taking a different route that a normal 9 to 5, because they simply don't have the right people and support systems around them. It's not that they don't have the skills. It's not that they don't have motivation, although I guess it kind of is if you give up. But it's because they don't have the right people. And through this whole process, I realized the importance of being around amazing people that push and inspire you every single day, right? No matter the cost. And I'm really blessed to be dating a woman now that she's incredible. She's helped me through a lot of this stuff and all these past traumas that I feel like I've gone through with the launch of Modern SDR and all of our businesses that we're running now. But it can be really lonely. So if you're watching this video and maybe you're deciding to whether or not to embark on a new path, maybe go a different route than your parents did, maybe try to set yourself and your family and your future family, your kids up for financial success, right? But you're having these doubts because it's new, because nobody else around you is doing it, right? Maybe you don't have a community near you. Well, just know that this community is out there and you just have to find it. You just have to find the right support system, the right people, and you can get really, really fucking rich doing it too, right? So I implore you, it's Sunday out here in Toronto. The snow, my arm that I'm holding this camera is about to fall asleep, so I'm going to end this video. But I implore you to find your crowd, keep going, right? Don't be afraid to take the risk, take the first step. And just remember, the first step is always the hardest. After that, it just gets easier. So keep pushing through and sending you best wishes. Here, I'm going to go enjoy the snow. Peace.